Welcome, one and all, to the K.O.E. Nation for a very special Spirits review. I am your King of Extreme, Phil K.O.E. You can find me at K.O.E. Nation on YouTube, K.O.E. Nation on Twitch, K.O.E. Nation on TikTok, folks. And I am joined by my indomitable broadcast partner, the one, the only,
Tony fucking G. Like, share, subscribe. Tony the Rod 2.0 on TikTok.
Nice. So, folks, we are going north of the border.
Indeed.
To Canada.
This is not a place we venture often anymore.
Yes.
But it's getting warm here in Nebraska, so let's chill off a bit and head to Canada.
So we got J.P. Weiser's 15-year bourbon. So this is a Canadian whiskey.
Yes.
So we got to be careful, because if we don't like this whiskey, there's a chance that Justin Trudeau will shut down our checking accounts. So we got to,
True.
Well, now granted, we don't live in Canada, so.
True.
But
so,
let's see how this.
Oh, hell yeah. Beautiful.
Yep. Now, actually, I got a bottle of the 18-year for Christmas for my old man as a gift a couple years ago. He really enjoyed the 18-year. So
I picked up this bottle in Nashville because it was the only one sitting on the shelf. And specifically, I was gifted a bottle of J.P. Weiser's standard Canadian whiskey, which we reviewed a long time ago.
Yep.
And we were both quite surprised at how good it was for as cheap as it was, considering I didn't pay anything for the bottle. But also because this is a 15-year. 15.
One of your favorite age
which
statements.
is one of my favorite age statements. So I thought it only made perfect sense to pick up J.P. Weiser's 15 years.
You're going to like this a lot.
Ooh, very soft. Very soft but floral.
You want to know what I'm going to guess is pretty high in the mash bill? Rye.
Wonder why.
A lot of Canadian whiskeys have a lot of rye.
Not a bad choice there.
It's
Very
more
floral.
Subtle.
It is. It's very soft.
I'm picking up some subtle ryes with a little bit of like toffee butter, but like kind of that typical subtle sweetness that you get from Canadian whiskey, which weirdly enough, it's part of Canadian law that your whiskey has to match the flavor and character of Canadian whiskey, whatever the hell that means.
Well, indeed.
Let's see if it matches the flavor and character.
A little sharper on the palate. Oh boy, wait a minute. That exploded. That's a
Got a lot of brown
butterscotch,
sugar and such on the end.
Butterscotch hard candy. Ooh, wait a minute.
It starts off with the J.P. Weiser's solvent that you get from the standard, and then it shifts quickly.
It's like a combination of the butterscotch hard candy and the root beer hard candy. If you put them both in your mouth simultaneously, it sucked on them.
I'm getting a lot more of the root beer hard candy, but now I do understand what you're saying.
It's a combination of the two. Wow.
Interesting solvent.
That's definitely not what I expected. That's instantly deeper than like 99% of the Canadian whiskeys I've ever had.
I was about to say, J.P. Weiser's age statement stuff is actually pretty good stuff.
Yeah, they've got real flavor in here. Real flavor, real cask aging. Yeah, that's
now,
nice.
For those who don't know, we grade on a 5-star scale. 5 meaning you have to have it before you shuffle off this mortal coil. 0 meaning pass it on by. The K.O.E. Nation has advised you well. Is there anything interesting on that bottle worth reading?
Other than the fact that this is literally one of the most gorgeous. It's so subtle. So sleek, though, but just beautiful. Like this bottle. I love the bottle. This is an A+ bottle.
It does catch your eye.
It does. It's square, but it's so like this is going to be a decanter. I'm going to make this a decanter.
Interesting. Well,
now, really, only thing on the bottle other than the 15-year age statement: complex whiskey with a hint of rye spice, resulting in a rich and memorable taste. Quality is something you just can't rush. Blended Canadian whiskey, J.P. Weiser. Surprisingly, this is only 40% ABV, 80 proof.
A lot of Canadian whiskeys don't come out with cask strength.
Right, but there's enough flavor there you could think it'd be just a little higher.
But, give me credit for calling out the rye.
You
just
did.
like,
Indeed.
Bam. It's like, there's rye here.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
now,
like
T, we're going to grade this on a 5-star scale as a Canadian whiskey, as a whiskey, as a cask-aged spirit. It's shelving, and for those new to the show, the secret 5th question.
Okay.
So, Tony, as a Canadian whiskey.
4.75. And the bar is low.
I'm going to disagree with you, 4.25, because I have actually had Crown Royal Red Label XR from the Waterloo Distillery, which will forever be my 5-star Canadian whiskey. There's only one other that's even close to it, and that's Caribou Crossing.
Okay.
Those are the only two that are 5 stars.
I didn't say 5. I said 4.75.
But I'm a bit more picky when it comes to Canadian whiskey.
Yeah,
my family.
Jesus, once you get past that, there's not a lot of other contenders. Let's be frank.
Okay, fair enough.
What's better than this, other than what you just listed?
There might be one.
Okay, yeah, don't hurt your brain.
Yeah, it might be.
Jesus, man.
Let us know in the comments if you know of one.
Yeah, name another brand that's not Crown Royal.
Caribou Crossing.
You said that already.
But you said name another one.
Okay, besides that one that has one single barrel. Yeah, there you go. Other than that, you're going to come at me with what? Black Velvet?
Alberta
and
Premium,
LTD and Alberta. Yeah, exactly.
Pendleton.
Exactly.
See, I know, I've just named all of them. Yes, in terms of market share, yes, I
Canadians
just named most.
Pissed right now watching this.
Well, I'm sorry, but in terms of international market share, I did just name the heavy hitters.
True.
Now, if there's a local boy Canadian whiskey that we need to try,
Canadian Club,
let us know.
Mist.
Yeah, but let us know in the comments. There's one that you think we need to try that's not quite as well known to us Yanks south of the border. So, as a Canadian whiskey, 4.25. As a whiskey.
As a whiskey, I'll go. Low proof, so that does hurt it for me. I'm gonna go 3.5.
Oh, I was predicting you were going to go 3 because that's where I'm going. 3, good whiskey. You could mix this.
I really like the.
This would be a lot better than a Crown Coke.
Oh hell yeah! That's what I'm saying though. That combination that will not go away from me. That butterscotch root beer middle flavor. It doesn't finish that way. It doesn't start that way, but right in the middle. I love the middle of this drink. And I think that given the low ABV, given that super sweet, super tangy middle, this would actually appeal to people who aren't super into whiskey. You could introduce people to whiskey with this. So 3.5.
Okay. Now, as a cask-aged spirit,
I'm gonna stick with 3.5.
And so am I. I'm going to go 3.5 as cask age. It is 15 years.
It's 15 years. Love that age statement. I want a little bit more on the front. I want a little more on the back for the 15 years. Now, that middle, like I said, love it. Front end, need a little more.
Yeah, I can't disagree with anything you just said. Now, shelving. What's your favorite age statement, T?
Middle.
Yeah. The 18 sits on my middle, and if this is my bottle, it would sit next to it.
Okay.
Now, when this bottle runs empty, T, will you seek another?
I believe I paid about $50 for this bottle. Yeah, I think I probably would. This is definitely... It's not what I expected. Probably better, honestly.
Honestly, my answer would be no, because I'd probably spring for the 18.
Depends what's on the shelf. Depends what I have on my shelf.
True. Well, T, anything you'd like to say to the people?
No, this is very nice, very drinkable. Really, really like this stuff. Not exactly what I expected, but pleasantly surprised. Pleasantly.
Well, folks, as I'm going to say around here, all that being said, thank you for joining us for our review of J.P. Wiser's 15-year Canadian whiskey. I am your King of Extreme, Phil K.O.E. You can find me at K.O.E Nation YouTube, K.O.E Nation TikTok, K.O.E Nation Twitch. And I am signing off and handing it off to my indomitable broadcast partner, the one, the only.
Donny G, like, share, subscribe. We'll catch you on the next one. And I'm not your buddy, guy.
Not your guy, Flame.
Smooths itself out.
Get back. Tell you what I'll do. If I ever get back, I promise to refabricate you. Raging rivers of gold. That's what the brochure advertised. And now we're lost. We gotta take it down. Let you down slow. It's hard to survive. El Dorado. Oh, Lord. Well, let's see how that one went.
Yeah.